Swinging in the backyard, pull up in your fast car, whistling my name. Open up a beer and you say, get over here and play a video game. I'm in his favorite sundress, watching me get undressed, take that body downtown. I say that you're the bestest, leaning for a big kiss, put his favorite perfume on, go play a video game. It's all you, it's all for you, everything I do, I tell you all the time, heaven is a place on earth with you. Tell me all the things you wanna do. I heard that you like the bad girls, honey. Is that true? It's better than I ever even knew. They say that the world was built for two, only worth living if somebody is loving you. And baby, now you do. Singing in the old bars, swinging with the old stars, living for the fame. Kissing in the blue dark, playing pool and wild darts, video games. He holds me in his big arms, drunk and I'm seeing stars. This is all I think of. Watching all our friends fall in and out of old Paul's. This is my idea of fun, playing video games. It's you, it's you, it's all for you, everything I do, I tell you all the time, heaven is a place on earth with you. Tell me all the things you wanna do. I heard that you like the bad girls, honey. Is that true? It's better than I ever even knew. They say that the world was built for two, only worth living if somebody is loving you. Baby, now you do. It's you, it's you, it's all for you, everything I do, I tell you all the time, heaven is a place on earth with you. Tell me all the things you wanna do. I heard that you like the bad girls, honey. Is that true? It's better than I ever even knew. They say that the world was built for two, only worth living if somebody is loving you. Baby, now you do. Hey, how you doing? Justin here. Today we are checking out Lana Del Rey's beautiful song, Video Games. The original recording is kind of mostly keys and synths, but we're going to be checking it out on guitar, of course. To play along with the original recording, you need to pop your capo on the 2nd fret. Normally I do my little demo things in the original keys if I can, but in this particular case it was difficult enough to sing as it was, but upper tone was just too sticky. So if you want to play along with the original recording, put the capo on at the 2nd fret. I'm going to leave it off for the lesson because it does make it a little bit easier for explaining the chords as well. Let's get to a close-up. Check it out. So this intro chord sequence is exactly what's used in the verses as well. It's going E minor to a G. Now you can play the G. I like the sound of this one with the 3rd finger playing the 3rd fret thicker string, muting the 5th string, open, open, 3rd fret with little finger on the 2nd string and not playing the thinner string. Now there are lots of ways of playing a G chord. I just think this one sounds the most like the record, like copying the keyboard part. But you could use any other G, so use the one that you most feel comfortable with. If you're comfortable with all of them, then you can start making the choice that, hey, I'm going to use this G instead of any other G. So it goes E minor, G, E minor, G, then it's G with a B bass. Now if you've got your little finger down there already on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, you just move 2nd finger down to the 2nd fret of the 5th string, mute the thicker string, so you're just playing 2nd fret, open, open, 3rd fret. That's G with a B bass. It's this G chord basically with the B bass note to a C. Okay, so E minor, G, E minor, G, G with the B bass to C. Second time, very similar. E minor, G, E minor, G, G with a B bass, C, and then back to the E minor. Now I kind of hear this, it's got a 2 feeling, so I'm just really feeling 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can keep the strumming that simple and literally just strum on the 1 and the 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Just hold it for that bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if I'm trying to make it a little bit more guitar-y, I sometimes do like a... because I'm feeling this as the pulse. And then I get... so you get this little kind of... little 16th note kind of running. So I might play through that hold as well. Now, that's something that I wouldn't try to do to start off with. I would stick with just really keeping it super simple to begin with. It's more like the track anyway. Maybe on the second time through would be worth exploring that. I sometimes just can't help it. That stuff comes in. I like this little hammer on here with the 2nd finger as well on the C chord. It's a nice little just thing that you can add in. Again, you don't have to, it's not on the record, but kind of spices it up a little bit for me. So once it's that exact same sequence again goes round each time the verse goes through. So it's twice through that chord progression for each verse. So it'll be E minor and in the G chord, E minor to G chord, G with a B bass to C. E minor a G and you E minor over G, and there's G with a B bass to C, E minor. I'm G minor to a G chord, E minor to G chord, G with a B bass to C. E minor to G chord, E minor to G chord, G with a B bass to C chord, E minor. And then it's you play a video game, just doing again G with a B bass to C, 2, 3, and that's the pre-chorus. It's all a D chord. It's D, it's all a D, everything is D. I tell you that it's C, and we're into the chorus. So I call it a pre-chorus. It's just a D chord. Nice chord progression with sort of strumming would be that. Down, up, 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 down, up. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3. So after the pre-chorus comes the chorus, surprisingly. But what is a little bit weird is that the chorus kind of leads into it. So from the D, you do, it's all for you, everything I do, I tell you all the C. Heaven is a place on earth with G. Tell me all the things you F to E minor. I heard that you like the bad girl C chord. Is that C? It stays on C. It's better than I ever even G. They say that the world was F or E minor, only worth living if the C chord is love in C minor 6. This is definitely the hardest chord in the whole thing. Most of it's pretty easy. C minor 6. It's a bit of a tricky chord, really. It's a lovely chord, and it sounds great going from C major to C minor 6. It's kind of famous as the Beatles trick. They often did kind of the 1 chord, which is the key of G. Then they go to the 4 chord, then 4 minor. But particularly the minor 6 just makes it even stronger, this switch from the major sound to the minor sound. So the C minor 6 is this. I'm going to show you a couple of little cheats as well, just to help you get through if you find this one too hard. First finger, 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Second finger, 3rd fret, that's the root note of the 5th string. Little finger goes down here in the 4th fret of the 2nd string. And 3rd finger goes down in the 3rd fret on the thinnest string. It is quite a tricky one to grab, from the C to the C minor 6. That would be the change to practice. Just going C, and then swap around to C minor 6. See if you can get that 2nd finger down. That's the shape. You want it in the air before it goes down. It's a tricky one if you do it in order like that to get the 3rd finger down. It's difficult it's difficult whatever. You might want to go 1st finger, 2nd finger, 3rd finger, then 2nd little finger last. But alternatively, just practice doing C to C minor 6. It is a tricky one. If you struggle with that, you can just try this, which is a C minor open chord. You're just going to play nothing on the thicker string, 3rd fret on the 5th string, 1st fret on the 4th string with your 1st finger, and play the open G, and don't play any more than that. If you're feeling slightly more adventurous, you could try adding 2nd finger down here, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. You can add the C here as well. So now we're at 3, 1, 2, 1, and even little finger at the top if you like. I don't like that version as much as this though. This is the one. Making sure that you mute that 4th string, by the way. I should point that out. It's just, that's the nicest sound, going from C to the C minor 6. So one more time through the chorus. So it's gone from the D. It's you, it's all for you. Everything I do, I tell you all the C. Heaven is a place on earth with G. Tell me all the things you F to E minor. I heard that you like the bad girl C chord. Is that true? Incidentally, if you're having trouble hearing that note, true, it's a major 7. She's singing the major 7th over the C chord. She does lots of tricky stuff like that with actually just slight diversion. It's you, it's all for you. That's singing the D6, the B note over the D chord. You, open B string. It's you. But it's that lovely clash that you get over the regular D. It's all for you. Everything I do, I tell you all the time. And it's got that really lovely kind of resolution from the tension on the D into the C. Heaven is the place on earth with you. Tell me all the things you want to do. Oh, this is all lovely. Bad girls, honey, is that true? The C major 7, it's just a C chord. Lift off the 1st finger. You might find that helpful for pitching the lyric. And then it's back to C. It's better than I ever even see. G. Say that the world was F for E minor, only worth living if a C chord is love in C minor 6. Baby, now you intro. That time it only does the first 4 bars, so the E minor, G, E minor, G, G with a B bass to C, and then we're straight into the 2nd verse, exactly the same chord progression as the 1st verse. Then it does another intro, the same as the full intro, the full 8-bar sequence. And then it comes back in at the pre-chorus, the D. It's you, it's all for you. Then it plays another chorus, and then the keyboard plays the intro twice more. Again, you might want to improvise with the way that you do that, but I mean, it's so lovely to play this one. This is just one approach. I would encourage you to have a go and explore it. You could play it fingerstyle, you could play it a little bit more rocky, you could use power chords. There's so many different ways of approaching a song like this when it's predominantly kind of a keyboardy vibe thing. Atmospheric and the lyric and the strength of the melody are the key things. So, like I said, I would encourage you to learn the original one and then see if you can make up your own version as well, and use what I'm giving you here in this lesson as a kind of foundation for your own creativity. Anyway, really hope you enjoyed this one. Do remember to subscribe to my channel if you dig what I do. I really appreciate your support. I'll see you for plenty more very soon. Bye bye.